At CES, everyone expects to see, the big TV manufacturers, auto manufacturers, health and wellness manufacturers. What they don't expect to see is retailer presence. And I've been attending CES for several years, and each year there's a larger and larger presence of retailers. Now, what's interesting is you would expect to see retailers that are e-commerce pure play, such as Amazon, because of course they're selling all of their technology, AWS, etc. But the retailers are also that have brick and mortar are also now showing up. Walmart had a huge presence last year. They actually, off of the convention floor, had a standalone exhibit, including how they're leveraging AI all the way through from in-store into their warehouses. And we'll continue to see a larger and larger presence of retailers such as Kroger, aggregators such as Instacart, and it's really the place to be for those in commerce.
What kind of expanded offerings do you foresee at CES in terms of retail media?
For retail media, what's really interesting is so many people think of retail media as being very close to purchase, such as on-site search, on-site display. But where retail media is headed and where the largest growth is heading is actually in offsite. And that's what you're going to hear from retailers. They are specifically focused on CTV and offsite advertising because there's really no limit to what they can sell. Their inventory on-site is starting to get very limited. And so being able to go offsite is a place where we're really seeing interesting integrations and partnerships between the retailers and traditional publisher partners and CTV partners.
How about connected commerce? What do you see happening in that space?
So connected commerce is means a lot of things to a lot of different people, but the way we think about it at Spark, it is literally connecting any action, the identity of the person who you're trying to persuade to do something from all the way, any touch point along the journey, including in store. And so one of the things that'll be curious to see is how they continue to think about digital out of home within the walls of a retailer. This is not new news within the retail space, but now what there is the ability to do is actually connect it to the individual shopper. So for example, last year at CES, Instacart had a big reveal of their Caper carts, which is digital enablement on the actual grocery cart. But because it's connected to the ID of the shopper, then you're actually able to do closed loop attribution of what a shopper is doing, seeing, and viewing within the context of a retail store.
So this isn't your first CES rodeo. What are some pro tips you could share with first timers?
Bring your running shoes. You will be walking and running. And the entire football field, it's actually 5 football fields long, I think, for the convention center. And yes, you need to go and see the convention center and all there is to be wowed by. But so many of the meetings are happening in the Aria and the Venetian, and you just need to be available to run from meeting to meeting.